All right, so I sat out on my balcony this morning, and it was really blissful. I live, as many of you know, right over a main avenue in Athens, and today all I heard was birds, and all I saw was sky, and I was observing. I have a pot of aloe that I found by the rubbish. And, you know, somebody's rubbish is something I want to save and rescue. And even though my dad says you can't save everyone, I sure do try. And so I have an unruly aloe plant that is flourishing. And then a few months back, I noticed that it was growing weeds. And specifically clover, trifidi. And I was tempted to pluck the weeds, to pull them out. You know, I think it's a human response when we see something that shouldn't be there in our view, or something that we perceive as an obstacle. We want to get rid of it as quickly as possible. Like with in the Hindu and Indian tradition and religion, there's many of you know the elephant-headed god called Ganesha, and he's perceived and considered and revered as the remover of obstacles. But what many ignore is the fact that oftentimes Ganesha will place obstacles in our path to ensure that we're on the right path and that we stay on the right path. Right? I found that really touching when I discovered it. And likewise with the weeds, I didn't pluck them. I didn't, pull them or rip them out. I let them be, and I observed them. And I'm just going to mute everyone, just so your audio is a little bit better. Anyway, so these weeds grew and flourished along with the aloe, and you know, I photographed them, and I was like, okay, coexistence, you know, what we intend and what crops up sort of happening at the same time and growing together. And recently the clover, you know, the humble clover has been exploding in these gorgeous purple blossoms. So we don't know what the weeds in our life will yield, is the profound or not so profound teaching from the balcony today. All right, so we don't know, we can't know initially what these weeds will produce. So this is my hopeful message to all of us, courtesy of the aloe and the weeds, that we might have some ideas how our weeds will blossom, but we need to nurture them and nourish them and water them along with plan A, right? So that's all. And for today's practice, if Buddy agrees, is going to be a little bit of that sort of getting rid of some of the weeds, but also observing them. Like in the tantric tradition, there's this, the idea that we don't try to get rid of our demons or our problems or our issues, but instead we digest them along with everything else. Like the song says, take a little bit of bad with the good. And in the process of digesting rather than rejecting outright, we have the opportunity to sort of reconfigure it. And naturally the body will digest and use that which is useful and excrete that which is not. So with a little bit of trust and a little bit of patience, my wish for all of us is that our weeds provide something sweet eventually down the line. So may we sit with our weeds, maybe even care for them alongside that which was intended. Okay. Take a moment, sit as if you were standing tall, and you can allow the palms to release down, even as the crown of the head floats up. And let the pelvis drop, even as the heart lifts. So constantly working within the framework of these seeming, apparently dual directions and conditions within the one body, within the one present moment. Allow your inhalation to expand the back of the lungs. And the exhalation to allow the lower body, the lower limbs and pelvis, which will sort of be our focus today, a little bit of a rooting for your Brits. Root to rise, as they say in what was formerly known as Anusara Yoga, right? So we need to root and tend to our roots so that we can expand and grow. And resting your hands on just above the knees, start to move your spine. So inhaling, lengthen forward, and then using a little resistance with the hands, pull the belly back and round the upper back, drop your chin. I'll do that a few times, inhaling forward and up. Exhale, in and back. Okay, so this cat and cow-like movement that we explore through a lot of our yoga, right, is the embodiment of this constant wave, an indication, an expression that we need both. We need both the strength and the going within, and the expansion and the reaching ever higher. And one more time, exhale, pull back, spread the shoulder blades, and inhale, lengthen the spine. And then we'll take a little bit of rotating through the pelvis, or rather keeping the pelvis stable, rooted. We can even press down a little bit, let the head go, let the shoulders go. And let the breath inspire the movement. Enjoy your breath. And reverse the direction, nice and easy. Bringing that awareness to the base, to the pelvic floor, the tailbone, the genitals, and the legs. So all that which supports and provides so that the upper body can release and be free. Beautiful. Switch which leg you have in front if you're sitting cross-legged, or you can change your seat if you're not. Reach the arms up as you ground through the pelvis. Inhale, get a little longer and taller. Exhale, easy twist to the left. Inhale, press the fingertips of the left hand down. Exhale, turn your gaze all the way to the left. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Ground through the left sitting bone. Exhale, take a gentle side bend. Just easing into our practice today. Good. Inhale to come up. Exhale, take the fingertips behind the back, draw the shoulder blades together, and press the chest forward and up. Take a breath in. Interlace the hands behind the back. Exhale, draw forward a little bit, let the head go. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Get tall. Exhale, take it to the other side. Inhale, press the fingers and hand down. Exhale, lengthen a little more, look to the right. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Drop the right sitting bone. Exhale, side bend to the left. And then take the hands forward. Let the head drop once again. Right, so it's a forward bend, not a down bend. If you like to go low, go. If you want to stay high, stay high. And then inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hands behind the back. Plant the feet. tailbone to the knees, feet are parallel, about sitting bone distance apart. And then press the seat up, lift the gaze, inhale. Exhale, lower a bit, you can soften the elbows. Again, inhale, lift. And then exhale, lower. And one more time, inhale, lift. And exhale, go ahead and lie on your back. Hug the knees in, coming into like a seed. Use the exhale and draw the head up. You can take the elbows to the outer knees, or even take your hands to the elbows. A little bit of movement, rocking side to side. Good. Reach the arms up, reach the legs up. Shake everything out. Especially if you're freshly awakened, it'll take a little bit of time to wake up. Shake it out. Good. And then reach the arms and legs away from each other. Keep the lower back down. Take a breath in. Exhale. Bend the knees. Come back into your seed pose. Maybe kiss a knee. It can be from a distance. Again, inhale. Lift everything up. Reach. Get taller. And exhale. Round. One more time. Breathing in. Nice and free. And breathe out. Curl in. Take the knees to the left. And reach the right arm up. So reaching the right arm up overhead. Drop the knees. Drop the tailbone. Couple of breaths if you want to make a little bit of movement through the top arm. Taking a few rotations. That's always nice. And then see if the arm wants to settle somewhere and just be for a moment. Exhale through the mouth, letting go. And then go ahead and hug the knees in. Come back to Apanasana, or for today's purposes, your seed. And exhale, let the knees drop to the other side. Reaching the opposite arm up. And get a little length, spread a little love, get down today. Maybe a few rotations with the top arm, see if that feels good for your body today. And then maybe pausing, hanging out wherever you feel that it feels good for a moment. Not too intense. As I said, easy into our practice. And then curling up into the fetal position. Maybe make a pillow with the bottom arm and hang out for a moment. And the sort of archetype representing birth or rebirth, as the case may be. And if you don't feel like rebirth, that's cool too, you know? Sometimes there can be a little bit of pressure with the major holidays that you should be in a certain headspace or heart space. And especially now more than ever, and especially if you're not feeling it, know that that's okay too. That too will be digested. So you don't have to try to uproot that feeling of difference. Take another breath here, and let it go. And then using the arms, head is heavy. We'll make our way onto our mats. And coming onto all fours. And if you're not using a mat, cushion your knees, please. Tuck the toes under, lengthen the spine, send the tailbone back. Inhale into puppy pose, stretch the toes, and allow the collarbones to smile forward. Breathe in. Breathing out to cat pose, rounding the upper back especially, tailbone to chin. And a few times like that, inhale. Send the seat back and the gaze slightly forward. Exhale, round the spine, drop the head. 3 more on your own. And see if you can actively cultivate what's called active delight, or mudita in Sanskrit. It's sort of a sympathetic delight in our own bodies for today. And then if there is tightness or limitation, Can we be a little bit friendly with that today? And then coming up and hang out in any cat, cow, or spiral or circular movement that feels good. Taking a little bit of time to lubricate the spine, the intervertebral discs, right? So our joints don't get a whole lot of blood supply, but they do get what's called synovial fluid or arthricoiduro. And this movement is what lubricates them. So we want to water our joints today and every practice. As you know, I'm a big fan of a little bit more movement versus static holds. Take the top of the whichever hand you want down, and then keep moving a little bit side to side. Let the head go, relax the mouth, and then switch top of the other head down. And then sitting back, toes tucked or not. Interlace the fingers and rotate. Keep breathing the breath and grounding through the lower body. And then reverse that. And shake it out. And then come to lie on your abdomen in the prone position. And make a pillow with your hands. And once again, connect to the points of contact with the floor and the earth. And allow the inhalation once again to expand the back of the lungs. And the exhalation to soften and release the front body down. So we spend a lot of effort in our daily living and in our yoga practice resisting gravity, going against that natural order. See if, just for a moment, you can release into it and relax into it. Relax the mouth, relax the shoulders. One more full deep breath in. And exhale. Once again, inhale. Maybe exhale through the mouth. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Roll the heads of the arm bones back. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms. Lift your seat and come back to puppy pose. Tailbone and crown of head lengthening away from one another. Couple of breaths in the pose. See if you want to incorporate a little bit of movement there. And if you like, you can affirm. I'm feeling grounded and rooted. Let's see. Giomeni che, let's see, Giomeni. Work your hands back. We'll come into a standing forward fold. If your lower back is unhappy today, you can take the elbows or the hands above the knees. If you're feeling good today, release the head and neck for a moment. Tailbone to sky, feet firmly planted down into the earth. And relax your toes here. You know, sometimes there can be a little bit of a tendency to grip with the toes, blind our insecurity in terms of will it, won't it hold us. So see if you can relax the toes and bring the weight back towards the heels just a bit more. And then we'll come up stacking the vertebrae unless the lower back is unhappy, in which case you come up with a long spine. Navel to spine, head drops, arms release, slowly come up. Head comes up last. Heels underneath the sitting bones, a little bit of side to side. But really feel like your feet are grounding down. You could even soften the knees a little bit and then allow the movement to manifest through the upper body, primarily and exclusively. A little bit of a corkscrew or tout bousson action. And gaze forward for this one. Look towards your technology. I'm going to let the arms be free, giving little taps to the adrenal glands, epinephrida, and to the front of the hips. Easing into your practice, as I've said a few times already. And once again, if you like, allow the feet to press firmly down. Slowly stop the movement. Come to center. Inhale, bend your knees a lot. Exhale, push the feet down actively. Pull up through the quadriceps and see about straightening the knees. Again, inhale, bend them. And then forget you have knees. Think of pulling up your trousers, leggings, whatever you're wearing, up. Right? And for those of you I only see from the waist up, I hope you're wearing something. But if you're not, that's okay. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Push. Press the big toenail down and pull up. Beautiful. Coming to your ready pose. Palms forward, shoulders back. And then avoiding the tendency to let everything sort of splay open. Keep a little bit of containment through your thoracic cavity and spine. Inhale, press through the feet, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Keep pressing through the feet. You can soften the knees to remind you. From the heart to the sky, press down to reach up. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms to the side. Again, inhale, spin the palms up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Connect. From the heart to the sky, inhale, tailbone drops, maybe look up. Exhale, trust that the earth will support you. Release the arms. One more time like that. Tailbone drops, feet heavy. Inhale, reach up lightly. Exhale, hands to the heart. And one more time from the heart to the sky. Breathe in, maybe look up. Exhale, swim to ready pose. Pause. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, maybe something along the lines of the communal intention to ground and reconnect so that we can blossom. You can layer your personal intention over that. And exhale, let go expectations and demands. We'll enjoy our practice and trust we have everything we need for today. Inhale, arms reach up, press the feet down. Exhale, bend the knees as much as you like. Fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hands above or below the knees. Exhale, keep that length as you fold. Take your hands down, step your left foot back. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, knee down, half plank. Inhale, hips forward off the knees. Exhale, lower slowly to the ground. Good. Inhale, low cobra, shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands, seat to heels for puppy. Come onto your fingertips for this one. Lengthen the tailbone and the crown of the head away from one another. Couple of breaths as I illuminate the practice space so that I'm no longer in the shadows, if you will. And see if you can lengthen as you breathe in, bringing a little more space into the torso. And soften as you breathe out. Inhale down into the pelvic floor. And exhale, tone the abdomen just a little. Inhale, coming to fours. Exhale, left foot forward. You can walk your hands a little to the right. And then inhale, extend the right leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, step forward. Stay long if the lower back is unhappy. Otherwise, pour the torso over the legs. Press the feet down. Exhale, start to come up. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. From the heart to the sky, inhale, look up. Exhale, float to ready pose. Inhale, tailbone drops, reach up. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen spine a lot. Exhale, keep that length set, right foot back, right knee down. Drop tailbone, press the left foot down, arms reach up, inhale, Anjaneyasana, variation. Exhale, hands down, puppy or downward facing dog. If you're in down dog, let the dog go for a walk. Right, so you can draw side to side. Now, if you have shoulder issues, I would strongly suggest staying with puppy for today, wrapping the triceps, in, biceps out, and keeping the palms really active, and even the fingertips. So we're not dropping and collapsing into our shoulder joint, but hugging it and keeping it at home. Inhale, come to half plank or plank. Exhale, stay there. Inhale, knees down. If they're not, exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift, exhale, take your hands off the floor. All right, so minimal lift through the hands. The hands are like the cherry on top. And then I automatically lifted my legs as well. So come into your Shalabhasana or locust variation. Take a breath in, hug the back body into the front body. Exhale, plank, half plank to puppy or down dog. Couple of breaths. Get long, stay strong. Maybe a little side to side with the chin. Maybe you can wag your tail a little bit. And then inhale, knees down. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Get organized. When you're ready, inhale, arms reach, tailbone forward. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Press through the feet, still exhaling, come up, reach up. I just realized I'm shouting enthusiastically. Exhale, hands to the heart. From the heart to the sky, press the feet down, inhale, reach. Exhale, floating the arms back to ready pose. And 1,000 more times. Arms reach, tailbone drops, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot back. Left knee stays up. High lunge, inhale, reach the arms, tailbone to front heel. Exhale, hands down, knee down or plank, half plank. Your choice, take a breath in. Exhale, slowly lower, knees down or up. Inhale, locust or cobra. Exhale, stay there. One more breath in. Pull the chest forward in front of the shoulders. Exhale, plank, half plank to puppy or down dog. Couple of breaths. Feel free to exhale through the mouth and indulge any small movements that feel good. And if you're feeling super energetic, you want to take a vinyasa, now's your chance. If you're feeling like all the weight is in the shoulders and arms, bend the knees a lot. Press the seat back, tailbone on the diagonal away from the shoulders. Get some length there. One more breath here. On your inhalation, step the feet together. Take the left leg back and up. Inhale. It can extend. Exhale, step the foot forward, low lunge. Get organized. On your breath in, arms reach. Exhale, folding forward, step forward. Good. And then pause there. Bring the weight slightly forward of the heels, let the head drop. As you're exhaling, start to come up. So the exhale is the activating masculine force. And then inhale, whoops, arms reach up. Exhale to the heart. From the heels to the sky, inhale, reach up. Exhale, float to ready pose. Palms forward. So it's like the anatomical position. Again, arms reach, tailbone drops, look up. Exhale, last time, fold forward for now. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, left foot back, lunge. Inhale, stay there. This time we're going to exhale, take your hand to the right thigh. Roll the right shoulder back, coming into a little bit of a twist. Left hand can be on fingertips or palm down, and you can stay here, spinning the chest open, or inhale, reach right arm up. One breath, hug the right shoulder blade in towards the spine. Exhale, plank or half plank. Inhale, stay there. Exhale, slowly come down. Inhale into your back bend, anything you like. Exhale, bend back, puppy, or down dog. Couple of breaths. You can move the head side to side or alternating, bending one knee and then the other. Or if you're ready for a little bit of stillness, you have a couple of breaths for that. Maybe an exhale through the mouth. And again, keep the knees generously bent if you feel like the pose is really distributed through the upper body. And then step the feet together, take a big breath in. Reach the right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step forward, low lunge. Inhale, collarbone smile. Exhale, ungrip the toes of the front foot, come up. Oh no, we didn't come up, we twisted, didn't we? And I'm feeling like we twisted in the same direction too. I feel a screw up coming on. We're gonna let that weed flourish. Reach up, inhale. Yes. Exhale, let's step back to down dog. Take two. Right, so we always have the chance to make things different, right? A mistake is a missed take, right? Here we go, feet together. Left leg rises, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhaling, twist to your left. Right fingertips or palm down. Reach the left arm up. Slide the left shoulder blade in. Take a breath in. Exhale to forward fold. Keep the knees as bent as you like. Or if you're feeling a little warmer, you can straighten them, pulling up through the thigh bones. Good. Bend the knees a lot. Drop your seat. Utkatasana, the fierce pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, stand. Spin the palms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, return to center. From center, from heart to sky, inhale. Exhale, float to ready pose. We'll take a couple of sort of fundamental standing postures, nothing too creative or crazy for today. Just to maintain and sustain that sense of the familiar, the grounding, and the pressing down to lift and lengthen and expand and hopefully blossom up. Keep the left foot forward, take the right foot a big step back. Right foot is parallel to back edge of mat-ish. Left foot is parallel-ish to the sides of your mat. And again, if you don't have a mat, don't worry. And if you're slipping and sliding without a mat, that's great. You're really working the leg muscles. Right? Find a little bit of bend in either knee. Right? No rush. Right? This is the pre-asana asana, just as important as the asana itself. You can add a little swag to the shoulders. It's a new word the kids are using these days. Like I knew swagger, right? Like attitude. And I knew swag to be like a gift bag, but no, it's like attitude, swag. Correct me if I'm wrong. Interlace the fingers, press the front foot down and reach the arms up. See if you can get a little length. And then notice if all the weight from the back foot is favoring like the big toe side, and press the outer edge of the foot down just as enthusiastically. Maybe even lift the toes. Big breath in to the back of the lungs. Exhale, expand. Beautiful. Press the left heel down, extend the leg, and then reach forward as the tailbone draws back. Good. And then inhale, come up. And exhale, reach forward. I know. Simon says, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward. Oh, straight leg. Stay in the left. And again, if the lower back on the right side is cranky, step your right foot out to the right more. This will hopefully bring a little space there. Yeah, so we're reaching. Oh, leg is straight. Spring is in the air. One more breath. And then exhale, allow the hand, the palm faces forward, press the hand into the leg to expand and reach. All right, so what I'm not looking for is sort of to lean forward and collapse down. I'm pulling the heels apart isometrically, and I'm breathing freely. Maybe reach the arm overhead. One more breath, full extension, breathe in. Exhale, bend the knee, coming into your side angle, left elbow to left thigh, spin the chest open, and then options. Top arm can lift, inhale, and then you can weave it behind the back for a little neck release. And so pressing the elbow firmly down, drop the ear to the shoulder, or you can move into Utthita Parshvakonasana variation. If you want to work your core, take the elbow off the leg and press it into the inner knee. So it's not touching anything. One more breath. Hands down, step back, plank or half plank, exhale. Inhale, stay there. Exhale, slowly lower. Good. Inhale into your back bend of choice. Exhale, plank or half plank to puppy or downward facing or child's pose. Right? So we're going to take a little child's pose. It's always there for you as well. Couple of breaths. Reconnect to your own breath. Maybe even smooth it out and slow it down a little bit. Maybe an exhale through the mouth. And then walk your hands back. We'll come into Malasana or squatter's pose. Right. So it's fine if the heels want to pop up, but we are bringing the weight back towards the heels. And then mindful again that you're not overstretching the lower back. If you feel like you want to give some space, you can drop the head and round the back. And if you feel like you want to sort of lengthen out of the pelvis, you can do that. You could even reach the arms up. Good. Okay, so it's like if Utkatasana and Malasana had a baby. One more breath. I love that some of you appreciate my kind of wacky sense of humor. Thank you. One more breath, send the thumbs back, lift the heart. And then exhale, take the hands down. Lift the heels up. Lengthen the spine. Keep the heels lifted and come up like the phoenix out of the ashes. Don't look at me. I've never seen the phoenix. You do you, boo. All right, coming up. Yeah. Take a little dance, like the spring fairy. All right. And good. Go ahead and step the right foot forward. Left foot parallel to the back wall. And then once again, just flirting with the idea that we might at some point feel inspired to come into a yoga pose, but no rush. Wag your tail and move your arms. You know, it's your practice. You do you, you know. I have suggestions, but they're just that. Yeah. And then let's interlace the hands once again. Other thumb will come on top, probably the left thumb for many of you. Reach up and lengthen even as you root down. So once again, connect to your feet, right? We usually go, our brain goes right to the opposite, to the obvious, right? So the arms, like, wow, that's the expression of the pose, right? But what happened to the foundation, right? Those of you who've done teacher training with me know that we build the pose from the ground up. Foundation, then core, then expression, right? Not just like pose. Drop the tailbone, get a little bit of movement. I was chatting, so yeah. So coming into that vertical axis. For this one, please bend your elbows and let the back of the hand float to the crown. And press the crown into the hand even while you're pressing down with the hands. Good. Chin parallel to the floor. Relax your toes. And then lengthen once again. Breathe. Big breath into the back of the lungs. Inhale. Exhaling towards a straight right leg. And then we did all sorts of wild and wacky things. You can repeat those or do something else. Play with it a little bit. Right? So yeah, as if you were going to do triangle, but then you kind of change your mind, got a little sidetracked. And at some point, Ganesha will lead you back to the expected, but not just yet. Really pull the mat apart with your heels. And at some point, right hand to the inside of the right leg, staying high or coming lower. Keep spinning the chest open. Maybe extend the arm. Full stretch, one more breath. And then bending the knee, coming into Niralamba Parshva Konasana, so less support through the arm, or taking the elbow down. Left arm behind the back, shoulder back, right ear to shoulder. Or extended. And you can play with it. See what feels good in your body today. And then hang out for a couple of breaths. Keep pressing the feet down and expanding the navel and the chest up towards the sky. One more breath. Press firmly through the feet. Inhale, come up. Take the toes and the feet parallel. So the feet are parallel to your shavatepi or your walls. Good. Then once again, no rush. Find your tailbone, swish your tail. And see if you can lift one hip and then the other. You can adjust clothing as needed. Looking good. Yeah. A little bit of nazi, if you like. And then inhale, press the feet down, bend the knees for a moment, coming into like a starfish shape. Knees bend, spin the chest open, and then press the feet down to reach the arms up, and inhale. Exhale, hands come through bent knees to the floor. Send your sits bones back, we'll give you the side view. Right, so move your sits bones back, keep pressing the feet down. You can even lift the toes up. And then as long as you can maintain this nice long spine, hopefully, then you can allow the head and neck to drop. Let the head go. Shift away slightly forward of the heels, but not so much that you feel like you're going to topple forward. No disasters today. Right. Notice if the feet went to sleep, and lift the toes and really press down through the outer edges of the feet. One more breath. And then inhale, bend the knees, come halfway. You can take your elbows to the thighs here. Exhale, press the feet a lot down a lot. And inhale to come up. Reach the arms, phoenix time. Reach up. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the heart. Toes out, heels in. Grand pied. And then toes in, heels out, olive oil. And then heels in, toes out. And keep going. Good. And then coming to stand, ready pose. Take a moment. Notice how your perception of the lower body maybe has shifted or is still shifting. Allow their next exhale to be a little fuller. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Grow tall, exhale, hands to heart. Keep that length, press the feet down. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, float the arms back to ready pose. Good. Shake the feet out for a moment. And shake your tail out. Shake your wrists out from the shoulders. All right, so we couldn't possibly do like a rooting and grounding class without doing the famous tree pose. It's like the pose of yoga. Now take a moment, shift the weight side to side, or swish your tail. And then bend both knees as if you were going to do Utkatasana, the squat, right? Press the right foot enthusiastically down and allow the left foot to hover. Still breathing. You can bring your hands into Anjali Mudra if you like, or stay in ready pose, or really anything you want. We're a little bit more concerned with the lower body. And then can you have a little resilience through there? Right, so can you allow a little bit of movement without freaking out that you're going to lose your balance, the weeds, right? So losing the balance is what contributes to the pose and the balance. When we can learn to lose our balance efficiently, which means with kindness and forgiveness. Shake it out, and then bring the lower leg into flexion, knee, hip, and foot. And then externally rotate. Notice if you're hiking the hip up, I realize some of you are mirroring me and some not. In any case, drop the tailbone, move the knee out to the side, and then plant your tree and see if you can be okay with the foot being wherever it lands. Right? Bend the standing leg for a moment, take a breath in. Exhale, press the foot down to lengthen the thigh bone up. And you might get a little breezy up there. Interlace the fingers, reach the arms up, drop the tailbone. Take a breath in. Exhale, release the arms, spread the fingers and turn the palms up. Maybe even dare to look up. I don't know, if you lose your balance, that's cool. Right? And then shake it out. It's like I just stepped out of it like I meant to do it, you know, like when you're walking along and you trip and you keep running, like, yeah, I meant to do that. All right, heels under the sitting bones. Arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. From the heart to the sky, breathe in, reach up. Exhale, float the arms down. Soften both knees, inhale. Exhale, press the feet down, pull up through the left leg, or whichever you didn't do. And once again, we're going to flirt with the idea that the opposite leg is free to move and do. And then bringing everything into flexion. Again, noticing the tendency to lift the hip. See if you can lengthen the side waist. And then turn the knee out to the side. So it's not going to be the tree you're used to, but can it be the tree that's perfect for today? Okay? And then when you lose the balance, take a moment, use the exhalation, reground, drop your roots, bottom heel, and then, you know, cherry on top. Once we're somewhat established in the shape, interlace the fingers, hug the biceps in, let the shoulders lift up, let the shoulder blades move out. Big breath in, or 3. And then maybe let the tree express. And it can be a different tree, you know, it can be the disco tree. Yeah. Or it can be, the windmill tree. Good idea. One more breath. And then if you haven't yet lost your balance, lean to the opposite direction and step out. Go ahead, give yourselves permission. There you go. That was our worst case scenario. It wasn't so bad, was it? Press the feet down, reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. From the heart to the sky, inhale. Exhale, spin the chest open, palms up, take a breath in, thumbs back, ribs in. Exhale, give yourselves a hug, self-care pose. Take a moment, right, and you know, you can even like actively squeeze yourself, give yourself a squeeze. And I'm observing we haven't seen any kitties, just a siesta time. Sorry. And then we'll come into eagle pose. So bend both knees, right? So remember, any amount of the pose is the pose. Press the right foot down, hover the left leg. Keep breathing. And then just casually take the calf over, right, as if you were seated in a chic Parisian cafe. You can stay here. You get full credit. You'd like to do eagle arms, elbows forward and up. And then maybe you weave the foot behind the opposite calf. But you know, you can stay and hang out somewhere here, and that's great as well. If you want to make it a little harder, kiss the top knee with the bottom elbow, coming forward. Allow for there to be whatever wavering needs to be. And then don't lose your balance yet. Come up, fly up, inhale. Whoop. Make sound second time around. So take a moment, move your sits bones back, press the other foot down, lift the leg up. Right? And then inhale, welcome the imbalance. Take a breath in. Exhale, give yourselves a hug. Opposite arm on top. If you're not sure, it doesn't really matter. I promise, I won't tell the yoga police. And can you stay in self-care pose and balance? Right? Can you still give yourselves a few squeezes even while you're fighting for your balance? Or can you let go of the balance for a moment, regroup, and then come back into it? Take the other calf on top. Keep moving the sits bones back. Stay here or move towards Garudasana. Garuda was actually not an eagle, by the way, a little bit of Sanskrit mythology. He was the king of the birds, and he was a sort of half god, like a demigod, demi-deity. And you can come forward if you like. And he had the upper body of an eagle, as he's depicted. Gaze forward of your fingers. Look forward. Pull forward. Get a little lower. Dare to lose your balance here. Lean forward. Go on. Ah, no biggie. Come on up. Press the feet down, reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, swing the arms down. Breathe out through the mouth. Good. You can stay with that or add the torso. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Stay down or halfway. Right? Interlace the hands behind the back. Take the shoulders away from the ears. Relax the head towards the floor. Relax your toes. So the upper body remains active and the head can drop. And allowing the head to drop below the heart, maybe the heart can quiet itself for a little bit and receive the brain and embrace the brain. And maybe an exhale through the mouth. And then either hands free or with the use of the hands, make your way to sit. And we'll come into child's pose. Tops of the feet down. Make sure the knees are happy with this arrangement. Knees, hips, lower back. Seat back. And then you can make a pillow with your hands. Rest your forehead. Or if you'd like, you can curl up. And don't worry if your bum is like 2 feet away or 10 feet away from your heels. It's not our objective here. Our objective is to take a moment and curl into ourselves, to allow the belly to expand, the back body as we breathe in, and soften as we breathe out. And if your forehead is resting, direct the inner gaze towards the back of the forehead, what some yogis call the Chittakasha, the space where the mind-heart complex resides. Slow your breath down, smooth it out. Relax the mouth, soften the ears. And we're going to come up slowly Using the hands, head heavy. Pause. Sit quietly for a moment. Eyes soft or closed. And once again, allow the points of contact with the floor, the mat, the earth to rest fully down, even as the crown of the head and the heart remain buoyant, beblend. Go ahead and take your active hand to your heart center, sternum, and then the other hand can come right where you feel like there's space between the rib cage. This is where the diaphragm, the main breathing muscle, is. Right, so take a moment here and press your hands in and down slightly. And notice if that gives a little space to the neck and throat. Relax the mouth. And take a moment to reaffirm your intention if you set one. And I'll repeat a variation on the communal intention to reconnect to a sense of groundedness and also safety. Mother Earth will always be there to catch us, to hold us and support us. And with gratitude for that, I'd invite you to move into your Shavasana, or if you'd like to take a seated meditation or just sit quietly for a moment, whether lying down or sitting up. And if you'd like to put the legs up the wall, give them a rest. And giving yourselves a moment to really affirm that connection to the earth, the bones, and the yielding to gravity, the allowing, surrendering. And if you like, you can take a round of the let go mantra, inhaling, visualizing the sense of let, and exhale go, or feeling it, or saying it, or all three. In Greek, maybe something along the lines of aphyseto, asto. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. And once again, maybe just allowing on the in-breath and releasing on the out-breath. Allow the tongue to rest and pool at the bottom of the cave of the mouth. And allow the eyes to recede and rest in their sockets. And allow the brain also to be held and cradled by the back of the skull. And the heart to soften and expand as she is protected and held by the rib cage. And the whole body to rest and reset, held and cradled by the earth. You are safe. You are held. You are nourished. Hopefully you have a few moments to remain in this resting pose and reap the benefits from our practice this morning. Thank you for dedicating a little bit of time to self-care and self-nurturing.